My name is Rory Gilbert from Wrigley.
Hi, I'm Catherine Air Walker and I'm from Woolworths.
My name's John Stokes. I'm the Retail Channel Planning Manager here at Coca-Cola.
Hi, I'm Shubha. I work as an analyst at Nielsen.
I'm Hattie Crawshaw from Campari Australia.
My name is Brooke Shearer. I'm from API Priceline.
Think about your most junior employees and how much do you value them? But the more important question perhaps is think about your most junior employees and how valued do they feel? The reason I'm here and I felt compelled to write about attracting talent was time that I had with the Adelaide Field Grocery team. In Adelaide, they had the highest turnover of any state and the lowest KPI results. When I moved down there, I had a real focus on recruiting talented, motivated youngsters. And that helped to change the culture of our group and build a real spirit of accountability and wanting to be better. But I'm proud to say that all of that effort paid off. Within 2 years, the Adelaide grocery result, or the South Australian grocery result, had moved from last place in terms of execution and sales KPIs to first. Obviously, this is one small-scale example, and how can that apply to our whole industry? I believe the fundamentals that I applied and learnt on the job there with this team can be applied to any business in this room. Those fundamentals were, first of all, attracting talent into meaningful roles at entry level. Not casualising them, not devaluing them, but giving them a meaningful role. Then taking that talent and developing them with training and coaching and demonstrating a true career path to more senior roles. And finally, retaining the best talent by demonstrating a meaningful purpose beyond profit and a paycheck. To articulate this, I'd like to talk you through the shape of our workforce. What I'd say has happened over the last 20 or 30 years is that because of increased complexity and that cost-out approach I mentioned, we've devalued our staff at entry level and created a talent gap in the middle that looks something like this. Employment polarisation is not unique to our industry. Economists have been talking about this for a few years, but I think this has drastic implications for our industry. First of all, you'll see that at the entry level, there have been more roles created in low-skilled, low-wage, casual jobs. In fact, Australia now has the second highest rate of casual employment in the world. And our industry is second in Australia, only behind food service. In fact, 38% of all our employees are casuals. And when you think about that on scale, that's 500,000 people we employ casually these days. 1 in 10 employees in Australia come through retail or work in retail at some stage. So we have huge opportunity to capture that talent and feed it through the rest of our industry. But right now, I believe we're devaluing those people. There is a role for technology to play here, absolutely. But importantly, technology cannot replace staff. Instead, technology should be used to upskill and add value to our staff so that they can pass that value onto your customers. Right now, we're losing a lot of people out of store level. The AFGC recently released a survey which showed that the number one reason given in exit interviews for leaving our industry was a perceived lack of career progression. Now, I found that mind-blowing. Given the opportunities we can provide to our people to manage global brands, the biggest marketing budgets, the most sophisticated supply chains, and the high-end data and analytics we have at our disposal, how can there possibly be a perceived lack of career progression? The answer was in the same survey, where senior leaders articulated that they'd prefer to fill senior roles with people from other businesses rather than from within. So what that does is it tells your people at junior roles that there's not a strong career path for you here, but also it creates a huge amount of churn within our head office as people move from one business to another and we get a talent vacuum in the middle. I suggest we need to create a clear career bridge between the two and demonstrate to our junior staff how they can walk across that bridge. So we've attracted talent to junior levels and we've demonstrated a meaningful career path for them. The final step is about retaining our future leaders. Believe it or not, those millennials are going to be leading this industry in 10 to 15 years. They're going to be sitting right here. And it's important we understand what motivates those millennials in order to engage them over that time. I also think, though, to take it further, we can learn from more traditional professions like law and accounting that retain talent all the way through their careers. David Gonski, who of course was a lawyer, but is now probably one of the most highly regarded business minds of our time, outlines 5 principles of what it takes to be a great profession. Helping younger members to learn and achieve. Keeping abreast of the latest techniques and knowledge. Working with customers always in an ethical way. Giving back to the profession and the community. And ultimately taking pride in what the profession does and what each of us do in its name. I believe that if we can change the shape of our workforce, we can become a profession of choice for talented youngsters into the future, and in doing so, we'll bring out the very best in Australian retail. I'm really excited about the future of retail and FMCG in Australia. I love my current role, working with retailers to plan executions 2 years out. In the future, I'm hoping to take on more responsibility in people management.